Prepare the deportation spell. The liberals must be removed. Guys, I have fantastic news. Oh, I really do. I'm not gonna lie. Quite literally, yesterday was amazing. So Don Lemon was arrested. We actually got the court filings. We know what's happening. He is going to jail, probably for a very long time. He's out on bail right now, but he's going back in. It's gonna be incredible. Also, let's not forget the fact that California is on fire. New York is on fire. The people are rebelling against Zohran Mamdani because it turns out not only is Zohran Mamdani destroying New York, but also he's in the files. Literally, no one saw this coming, but he's there. All right. So we have straight up meltdowns across the universe. You are not ready for what we are about to witness. I prepared quite the banger, and it all starts, of course, with everyone's favorite Presidente. All right. So breaking, President Trump is being urged to rename ICE to NICE. So the mainstream media will be forced to say NICE agents. NICE is the National Immigration and Customs Enforcement. I could actually see this happening. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I could actually see this happening. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like, is it probably gonna happen? Probably not. You know, but if it does, it'd be very funny. It'd be very funny. Let's not forget. Now, Donald Trump has been on fire lately, actually. Like, everyone's being like, oh my God, Epstein this, Epstein that. The reality is, Donald Trump has been nuclear.
We'll say it very plainly, elections have consequences.
Oh! True.
The people want law and order.
That's right.
And we have a silent majority. You know, we have a silent majority of people. They don't go and riot and everything else, but they like what we're doing.
That's right.
They like having a safe city.
That's right.
That's
right, Mr. President. Deport every single illegal alien in the country. They all need to go. It needs to happen. We voted for you to do it. Absolutely do it. Don't let the cucks in the roads blocking ICE agents and biting their fingers off stop you from enforcing the law. That's right, Mr. President. I don't care how it's done, quite literally. They just need to go. They should have self-deported. They had a year to self-deport. They refused to self-deport. That's a skill issue. Bring out the catapults, Mr. President. Catapults and parachutes. All right, you aim them towards the country of origin and just let it fly. Let it happen. Let it happen, Mr. President. They have to go. Every single one of them. All right. So anyway, I'm really glad that everyone's on the same page with this. Now, when I say everyone's on the same page, I mean the conspiracy theories, allegedly, that we were all talking about for a very long time, they're becoming conspiracy facts. Donald Trump, President of the United States, posted this video.
Democrat open borders plan to entrench single-party rule, explained in under 2 minutes. 1. Flood the country with untold millions of illegals by land, sea, and air from all over the world, enough to eclipse the populations of 36 individual U.S. states so far. 2. Prioritize the needs of these millions of non-citizens over the needs of the American citizen, with free flights, buses, hotels, meals, and phones, ensuring their loyalty to the political party that employed them. 3. Keep them in the country at all costs, even when they commit violent crime like murder and rape. Attack the language used to describe the criminals, as opposed to the criminals themselves.
That's right.
Slander critics as racist.
Good point.
4. Ensure their privileges are made irrevocable with city and state sanctuary laws that act as population magnets.
Oh my.
Codify permanent status and ensure non-cooperation with ICE. 5. Count the non-citizens in the census that will determine congressional apportionment in the House of Representatives.
Insane that they do this, by the way.
That would equal 13 extra congressional districts. A tremendous amount of electoral power. 6. Wage a massive, heavily funded lawfare campaign to change state voting laws that legalize mass mail-in ballots, no signature verification, and no proof of citizenship requirements, making it nearly impossible to prove voter fraud. 7. Lock in the permanent voting majority with campaign promises of lavish benefits and permanent privileges.
That's right. Just get the retard vote.
Enshrining generational fealty to the Democrat Party. 8. Win elections. 9. Entrenched single-party rule has been achieved. The best part? Your tax dollars are paying for it.
Oh my God. So Donald Trump posted this on Truth Social. Now, the reason why I love that he did this is because even though I know all this, I've said all this in previous videos, it's pretty obvious if you're actually paying attention. You know who doesn't know about this? The normies that just listen to what Trump has to say and don't really do the research. We are radicalizing a generation. That's what I'm trying to do here. I know that everyone's like, oh no, you're falling down the alt-right pipeline. Fuck yeah, you are. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to fall down the pipeline together. So anyway, we have a lot to talk about today. It all starts with this, all right? Because I'm a positive guy. I'm an optimist. Now, under Biden's presidency, 300,000 people went missing at the border because human trafficking was a pretty major issue when you have a border that's literally open. Now, what if I told you that some of the best news that could have possibly been delivered was delivered, and it went with absolute silence in the media? Absolute silence.
Good morning.
This is the border czar. We call him the Wall. Good morning, he says to the people. Breaking news. Border czar Tom Homan said 145,000 of the 300,000 missing migrant children have been located by the Trump admin brought across the border under Biden. That's what 77 million people voted for. Quite literally, I think personally, this might be one of the biggest, greatest, incredible news stories ever, and it's literally not in the news. In a sane world, this would be the top story, and quite literally, it's not. No one even knows about this. So never forget, the left is the party of the child trafficking. The left is the party of the child castration. The left is the party of the child massacres. The left is the party of the rapists and the pedophiles. And because they can't stop doing this projection bullshit, they try to say the fact that Trump knew Epstein once 10, 20 years ago, all of a sudden must be quite literally that it is unbelievable levels of projection. ICE are heroes. Bring out the catapults, ICE catapults, get rid of them. Let's see what the leftists are doing about this. Well, illegal immigrants are caught blasting guns on packed highways, shooting at families in road rage attack. Oh, that's what the illegal immigrants are doing. Well, let's not forget, that's what Alex Preddy and Renee Good died to protect, all right? They tried to protect these guys. Let's not forget. All right, tell every libtard crashing out over deporting these people, you're crashing out over these guys, all right? These guys. Now, Hassan Piker, everyone's favorite performative streamer, he decided he was going to do a whole thing, or he dressed up in like a press vest, and he went out there to protest. He's out there helping. I'm going to show you a clip of him later. The leftists are actually all losing their minds. The Goyim are going insane, ladies and gentlemen. Their Goyim are going insane. So the leftist streamers are all losing their minds. It's incredible. We are all Kaya. That is true. That is a fact. Meanwhile, this is mostly peaceful protesting that we keep hearing so much about. This is a police officer. Yeah, so this is the mostly peaceful protesting that we keep hearing so much about. Isn't that nice? This is how Antifa treats law enforcement. Interesting. That's pretty weird. Yeah, mostly peaceful, actually, for those of you that are unaware. Now, ICE, obviously, is tear-gassing children because they're Gestapo, according to the left. All right, so this has been super viral in leftist places. It says Polizia. I'm pretty sure that's in Italy. But again, it's Antifa. It's the same retards. All right, so here you have a kid. Oh my god, this poor kid was tear gassed. That's unbelievable. What parent brought a kid to a violent riot, insurrection against the government? Those parents should lose privilege to take care of their children. Excuse me? What are we talking about? Don't bring your fucking kid to a riot, you fucking piece of shit. Absolute garbage. What is this? This is actual Hamas tactics. They're literally taking child meat shields to then use their corpses as propaganda. This is the craziest shit I've ever seen. All right, and the facts eat it up. Literally, ICE is now tear-gassing children. This took place on an Alex Preddy Memorial Bike Ride March where they assaulted police officers. The girl is believed to be 7 years old. Unbelievable tragedy. Why are they bringing them there? This says more about the parents than it does ICE. What are we talking about? Meanwhile, more leftists are trying to commit suicide by cop. Look at this. Here we have people driving, you know, on roads. And oh my god, he hit a peaceful protester. Oh my god. Yeah, but people are tired. We're so tired, bro. So tired of the terrorist tactics. All right, and if you actually pay attention to him hitting the peaceful protester, this dude straight up jumps in front of the car. This dudette over here. Another kamikaze Karen. I love how they chose the camera angle where you can't see that the protester is charging towards the vehicle when she gets hit. Suicide attempt for the sake of getting political points. That's literally what we're doing, by the way. There is another angle. This is the other angle, in case you were unaware. They keep doing this. All right, so here we go. Here we go. We got the car driving, and she just runs into the car. She literally just runs into the car, bro. What are we doing? So yeah, and then everyone's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you would do this. I can't believe you would drive, and they're committing suicide by cop. I don't understand." And it's literally all for political points. And then they sit on the ground. Oh, woe is me. I am a victim. Unbelievable. It's like zombies in COD. It's unreal. Oh my, actual insanity. So anyway, so this is literally what we're looking at. Like, it's honestly humiliating that these people share our country, but they do, and we have to tolerate it. Hopefully we can tolerate it behind bars. Honestly, I think that liberal women just don't understand that consequences are a real thing. Like, I think that they are so used to being the most privileged people on the face of the planet, given fucking everything in their entire life to them, and they quite literally don't believe that the universe can operate against them if they will it to work the way they want it to. This absolute cesspool of narcissism makes them believe the very fabric of reality warps to their benefit, all right? Listen, I think that part of the leftist ideology propagandizing is that they teach people that reality isn't real, all right? This is my nuclear take, okay? If you could teach millions of people, and by millions I mean like 20 million people in the country, that men could be women, and that your life would be better if you are not married and you abort your children instead, all right? If you could convince people that non-reality is reality, then you are going to make an army of mush-brained suicide soldiers and kamikaze Karens thinking that they could thwart democracy by running into cars. I think it's all part of this unbelievable strategic play to manipulate the retards into straight up following you and jumping off a cliff like lemmings. It's unbelievable. It's honestly incredible. It really is. It's crazy. It's crazy, right? First thing they do is they teach you not to read the Bible. First thing they do is they teach you God is fake, all right? So you have zero basis for any of your morals or anything like that. And now that you have no basis for anything, they just straight up indoctrinate you into this society of, no, actually you should run into the moving car. That will actually help the country. And that's where we're at. So anyway, the left is trying their best to troll ICE agents. As you can see, here is a leftist in a chair that's a middle finger.
You're looking live at downtown Minneapolis, where a protester dressed in a full-body foam hand flipping the bird is somehow outrunning federal agents on what appears to be an oversized office chair with wheels. This has been...
Yeah, so the funny thing is, this is AI, obviously. While I'm using it's AI generated, it's not real. This has 5 million views and 100,000 likes. Do we understand what I mean? They are not living in reality. They are quite literally not living in reality. There is a large portion of retards that believe this is real. Okay, I saw this reposted hundreds of times. This has 100,000 likes. It's funny? Of course it's funny. But they actually believe it. Like, they actually think it's real. They actually think this really happened. And, oh my god, we're really showing the fascists by the guy dressed in the middle finger on the chair rolling down the street. It's unbelievable that they just don't live in reality. Now, citizen journalists need the biggest award here, all right? From the Leering Centers to the Signal Chats, citizen journalists are saving America. Quite literally, they're doing more than the FBI. Breaking signal leak. This is from Steven Crowder. Minneapolis, ICE governor agents are being targeted with bullseyes and apparent assassination threats following the target's cooperation with federal immigration officers. Mug Club Undercover found this and distributed it in the Signal Chats. There is evidence of escalation. Hey, FBI director, shut this shit down. You have ICE agents with Target logos on their heads that quite literally make it seem like they're putting bounties on them. That's crazy. And then they put their addresses, and then they try to get you to go and kill them. And then you have kamikaze Karens running into cops and running over police officers and doing all that shit. So, I don't know, man. Citizen journalists are the actual goats. Now, speaking of citizen journalists, our autists are better than their autists. Their autists jerk off to furry porn. Our autists ruin their lives. So this is an anti-ICE website that was like used to dox ICE agents, but it was hacked by a very based, autistic, right-wing patriot. We are not kidding. We sent your names, logins, passwords, and locations to a bunch of government agencies. Sherman Austin is a terrible coder. So are RC, Conception, and Matt Barron. Oh my fucking god. So our autists weaponized their autism, hacked an anti-ICE website that was used to dox ICE agents, got the information of all the people on the actual website and forwarded all of that information to the federal government. That is what I call colossal W. That's just incredible. It doesn't get any better than this. Now, when life gives you lemons, we have to talk about something incredible. And that is the consequences of people's actions. For those of you that are unaware, I do this show where I basically cover all the crazy shit that happens in America. I try to do my best to be as informative as possible. Informative, efficient, telling you what needs to be told you, and actually spitting a little bit of facts. In the single greatest moment of Don Lemon's entire career, he ended up in jail because he decided to storm a church and harass people praying at a church. So when life gives you lemons, Don Lemon arrested, 130,000 likes, 7 million views. Everyone's happy. Everyone loves it. Thank you so much, Mr. President. You have truly done something incredible on this day, and it only gets better. Now, this is one of the clips that went super viral.
What do you think of this?
I mean, this is unacceptable. It's shameful. It's shameful to interrupt a public gathering of Christians in worship.
True.
So,
True.
but there were folks who will say,
I have to take care of my flock.
okay,
my
but
family,
listen, we
so
live
I'm
in
not
there's
able
a constitution and the First Amendment to freedom of speech and freedom to assemble and protest.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that. I'm glad you brought that up, sir. They have the First Amendment too. They have the First Amendment, the right to pray, and you are stopping them from properly using their First Amendment. That is what we call the FACE Act. And you, sir, are going to be in jail for a very long time. You are violating their right to worship. Also, hey, Don, what about the Second Amendment?
We're here to worship. We're here to worship Jesus because that's the hope of these cities. That's the hope of the world is Jesus Christ.
I want to be very respectful. Please don't push me, though.
We're here. We're here
I'm
to
being very respectful, he says, after storming his church.
worship Jesus.
Yes.
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why we're here.
Dude's like the nicest guy on the planet.
Okay.
That's what we're about.
Like, dude, he was really hoping to get him crashing out or being racist or something like that, and it just didn't work.
Don't you think Jesus would be understanding
we're about
and
worship.
love?
No, Jesus believed in justice, and I'm so tired of people making believe that that's not the case. It's unbelievable how insane it is. It's like, these people literally say, but didn't it say in the Bible to love thy neighbor? Well, yeah, but it said that after, thousands of pages of just laws. All right? Like, what are we talking about here, bro? It's unbelievable.
These folks.
We're about spreading the love of Jesus.
But did you try to talk to them as a Christian?
No one is willing to talk.
Okay.
I have to take care of my church and my family, so I asked that you actually would also leave this building.
You don't want us to
Unless you're here to
chronicle what
worship.
happened?
Unless you're here to worship.
I'm always worship. I'm a Christian.
We're here to
He's gay, by the way. Openly gay.
worship.
Yeah,
We're here to worship. Okay.
Thank
Yeah,
you
I also worship. I follow the laws that I like, and I don't follow the ones that I don't like, actually.
very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so anyway, pretty hilarious. Love when people do this. It's like, I'm also Christian, actually. I'm also Christian. I follow the word of whatever the fuck I want, actually. I don't really believe in anything, but I call myself Christian. Absolutely. Now, as you can see from the indictment, count 1, 18 U.S.C. Law 241, conspiracy against the right of religious freedom and place of worship. Count 2, 18 U.S.C. 248, FACE Act, injure, intimidate, and interfere with the exercise or right of religious freedom in a place of worship. By the way, that one is also known by a slang called the KKK Act. Absolute cinema. So the KKK Act was done for the Ku Klux Klan, which is originally harassing black people. Now, that was utilized to stop people from harassing other people based on their prejudices, specifically against, let's say, either blacks or gays or religious people of a different religion, per se, as an example. So we are literally getting a gay black man on the KKK Act, ladies and gentlemen, divine cinema. Now, a lot of people are talking about the fact that he was already released on bail, which we're going to talk about that, don't worry. Andrew Yang, he's a politician. Arresting journalists is a terrible line to cross. What the fuck does this even mean? Like, these people tried to put Donald Trump, president of the United States, in jail. And then they tried to kill him, all right? What are we even talking about, dog? What? You can't arrest journalists if they break the law? Don Lemon wasn't arrested for exercising his First Amendment right. He was exercised for preventing other Americans from exercising their First Amendment rights. Hope that helps, retard. So, yeah, anyway, if you actually read the indictment, which we're not going to do here because it's wordy and boring, Don's going to prison. All right, he's cooked. He is so cooked, my guy. He is actually so cooked. They got him on multiple counts. It's over. It's like, it's so over. He literally filmed himself conspiring to invade this church. It's like actually over. And the media is running, talking about how he's a martyr. He's actually a good guy. He's a wonderful guy. Well, this was the media's response to Charlie Kirk getting assassinated.
Janet,
Hear the laughing and cheering in the background?
Go to have somebody look at the Fox.
Yeah. So these are the people that are crying that Don Lemon was arrested for breaking the law. The people that were celebrating the murder of an innocent man. Never fucking forget, these are propagandist whores. Actual whores. They sell their bodies to the highest bidder, and I am tired of making believe that it's anything that's not that. The Democrat Twitter account said, "Free Don Lemon, protect free speech." What about when the Democrat Party tweeted, "No one is above the law"? This is not free speech. Well, what are we even talking about? Well, what about this? Here's another one. Democrats, "Free Don Lemon, protect free speech." What about this tweet from the Democrats? "No American should have to fear for their life when going to a place of worship or anywhere else. Bigotry and hate have no home here." Excuse me? What about this opinion? Oh, that doesn't apply when it's Christians, right? Yeah, we know. We know. We literally live here. We know. We quite literally know. The Democrats just fucking hate God at this point. That's their stance. I dare you to find me one leftist position that's not anti-God. I dare you. I've challenged multiple people on this. I have yet to find one. All right? Cross-dressing, the LGBT stuff, trans kids, all right? Find me one. Find me one stance. One stance the Democrats have that's not anti-God. Abortion? Like, what are we doing? Open borders? Like communism? Stealing shit? Like, what are we even talking about? You will not find me one. Not one. So anyway, Donald Trump smoked a blunt on the corpse of Don Lemon getting arrested. Someone in my chat just said, "Thou shalt not murder." What happened to Charlie Kirk again? Did you see mass condemnations on the left? Is that what you saw? I had to ask him about Don Lemon.
I don't know anything about the Don Lemon thing, but he's a sleazebag.
He's a sleazebag. Donald Trump, always on point, never stops. Sharp, he mogged him. Mogged.
Everyone's known that.
Bro wore a tux to Don Lemon's funeral.
He's a washed-up. Probably, from his standpoint, the best thing that could happen to him. He's getting, he had no views.
Going to jail is the best thing that could happen to him because he has no views. Bro, he is a generational shit talker. It's unbelievable. Oh my God.
He was a failed host.
Oh my God.
And now he's in the news. I didn't know anything about it.
Don't know anything about it. He's a sleazebag. He's washed up. No views. He's irrelevant. Best thing that could have happened to him was going to jail. People are talking about him now. Who is he again? Oh my God. Incredible stuff. Unbelievable. So bro just obliterates him, like, just completely on the side. So anyway, this was Don Lemon's response, all right? Statement from attorney for Don Lemon. Don Lemon was taken into custody of a federal... I'm sorry, I should read this in Don Lemon's voice. Don Lemon was taken into custody by federal agents last night in Los Angeles, where he covered the Grammy Awards. Don has been a journalist for 30 years. By the way, you could still go to jail, even if you're a journalist. You should know. And this constitutionally protected work in Minneapolis was no different than what he's always done. Constitutionally protected work of invading a church and harassing people? The First Amendment exists to protect journalists whose role is to shine light on truth and power accountable. The First Amendment right of invading a church and harassing people at a church and preventing them from worshiping. There is no more important time for people like Don to be doing this work, instead of investigating the federal agents who killed 2 peaceful Minnesota protesters. No one is buying this, my guy. Literally no one is buying this. What are we talking about? How are they still calling them peaceful protesters? We have video footage of both of them being militant, retarded, communist, insurrectionists. Oh my God. This is a lawyer writing this. Honestly, incredible. The Trump Justice Department is devoting its time, attention, and resources to this arrest. Yeah, base. He's a criminal. He should go to jail. He might even like it, from what I understand. He's done the rectal training. Anyway, and that is the real indictment of wrongdoing in this case. This unprecedented attack on the First Amendment and transparent attempt to distract attention from the many crises facing this administration will not stand. Don will fight these charges vigorously and thoroughly in court. I'm excited. I'm excited to see him in court. That'll be very fun. When he's in court, it'll be very enjoyable. I will enjoy it immensely. I want this to be clear. So anyway, to make something honest, this isn't distracting anyone from anything because no one gives a shit about Don Lemon. Everyone's happy he's in jail and moving on. I don't think you understand. No one is distracted because Don Lemon's in jail. We love that Don Lemon's in jail, and we move on. There's a lot of people we want in jail. So this is a video of Don Lemon's unprecedented arrest. Kidding! Kidding! This is Steve Baker. This is a journalist who was arrested under the Biden administration for documenting the January 6th protest. Never forget. Never forget the way they rounded up random American patriots. Never forget. Yup. Absolutely. That was a real journalist that didn't commit any crimes. But he went to jail. Pretty wild, huh? Chilling. If they could arrest Don Lemon for something as simple as breaking the law, imagine what they could do to you. Well put, sir. Very, very well put. Now, this is pretty incredible because the reality is this is happening in many places. This whole invading places of worship thing, this is a trend now because they saw, again, these are kamikaze Karens. They don't give a shit about anything. This, all right, is invading a Jewish temple, a synagogue, to protest ICE.
You're gonna touch me? Alex Preddy, Renee Good, Keith Porter, Parody Law. These people were killed by ICE this month. You're gonna throw me out? These people, 9 people were killed by ICE this month, and you're throwing me out while I'm reading their names? How dare you?
Thank you.
You're funding our occupation.
Yeah. So, anyway, that's literally where we're at. So they're breaking into churches, they're breaking into temples, breaking into synagogues. Weird how they're not breaking into any mosques. But they're not doing that, obviously. I mean, we're not going to get involved. But the point is, what are we doing, guys? Under Biden, they would literally arrest people under Biden for protesting in front of abortion clinics. Because obviously, and I mean, to be fair, that does make a lot of sense because aborting children is actually the religion of the left. I don't know if you've heard the news, but that is actually their religion. So actually it does make sense. That is their, freedom of religion. And then they, sacrifice children to their deities or whatever. I don't get involved personally, but anyway, so let's not forget. Let's not forget every single leftist coming together to tweet how no one is above the law when it comes to arresting Trump. Never forget every single one of these people did it when Trump was arrested. Every single one of them. All of them. They all said this. But now, but only in your regards. We're only saying that no one's above the law when we're arresting you, not when you're arresting us, just to make this clear. Now, the left is actually in shambles over all this, but we have to talk about more retards. So Hassan Piker says beast mode in regards to the guy breaking into a synagogue. Pretty interesting. It is pretty, I'm not going to lie. It is pretty interesting that Hassan Piker supports the invasion of synagogues. What could he have meant by this? He keeps saying he's not anti-Semitic. We should believe him, probably. So anyway, we're going to get involved in that later. Someone in my chat just said Hassan's a terrorist. Hassan wants to be a terrorist. He's too gay and cowardly. That's why he only supports terrorists. Chill out, my guy. Anyway, so now we're going to talk about the mass deportations that's going on. But first we have to talk about a massive W. All right. Donald Trump invoked the Alien Enemies Act right at the very, very beginning of his presidency to deport every single illegal alien in the country, which should happen, all right? Catapults and parachutes, ladies and gentlemen. That's the next stage. We're going to see. It's going to be big. The biggest ever, actually. Trebuchets and catapults. It's going to be big. So anyway, the Democrats have been trying to fight this in the Supreme Court, and oof.
Now we have a Fox News alert. The Supreme Court just cleared the way for Trump to deport illegals even faster. The High Court ruled that Trump can use the Alien Enemies Act to send Venezuelan gangbangers to a mega prison in El Salvador. Woo! This is a huge ruling in Trump's favor and a major win for the country. Woo! After, as you know, D.C. Judge James Boasberg ordered a stop to the deportations.
Yeah, so it is happening, whether you like it or not, and it's going to be very, very fun. Very, very fun. It's going to be awesome. So Donald Trump tweeted this, and then we're going to have to look at what's going on in all of our favorite Democrat-run cities, because the amount of winning that's happening is honestly astronomical. I have instructed Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem that under no circumstances are we going to participate in the various poorly run Democrat cities in regards to the protests and or riots unless and until they ask us for help. Oh my God, I love it, bro. I love it, dude. That's right. Kiss the ring, and then we'll help you. We will, however, guard, and very powerfully so, any and all federal buildings that are being attacked by these highly paid, lunatics, agitators, and insurrectionists, please be aware that I have instructed ICE and Border Control to be very forceful in the protection of the federal government property. There will be no spitting in the faces of our officers, no punching, kicking the headlights of our cars. Interesting. I wonder if he's referencing anyone specifically. And there will be no rock or brick throwing at our vehicles or at our patriot warriors. If there is, those people will suffer an equal or more consequence. In the meantime, by copy of this statement, I am informing the local governments, as I did in Los Angeles, that when they are rioting at the end of the Biden term, that you must protect your own state and local property. In addition, it is your obligation to also protect our federal property, buildings, parks, and everything else. We are there to protect federal property only as a backup. He's right, by the way. In that it is local and state responsibility to do so. Last night in Eugene, Oregon, yep, we're going to talk about that a little bit, these criminals broke into a federal building and did great damage, also scaring and harassing the hardworking employees. They're also in jail, by the way, all those guys. Local police did nothing in order to stop it. We will not let this happen anymore. If local government's unable to handle the insurrectionists, agitators, and anarchists, we will immediately go to the location where such help is required and take care of the situation very easily and methodically, just like we did in Los Angeles riots 1 year ago, where the police chief said that we couldn't have done it without the help of the federal government. Therefore, to all complaining local governments, governors, and mayors, let us know when you are ready, and we will be there. But before we do so, you must use the word please. Oh my fucking god, he's like a mobster. Like this is the craziest shit in the universe. Remember that I stated in the strongest language to beware ICE, Border Patrol, or if necessary, our military will be extremely powerful and tough in the protection of our federal property. We will not allow our courthouses, federal buildings, or anything else under our protection to be damaged in any way, shape, or form. I was elected on the policy of Border Control, which has now been perfected. National security, law and order. That's what the Americans want. That is what America is getting. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Oh my god, there will never be another President Donald J. Trump, the Don. Oh my god. Bro really hit him with a say please. Oh my god. Now, we got to talk about New York City a little bit, because a lot of the residents of New York are really unhappy with Zohran Mamdani's management of the city. Now, I'm going to show you something. You're probably going to be surprised this is New York City, not Asmongold's toilet. There is a rat infestation in the garbage pileups in New York. Wow. They wanted to make everything 3, and it becomes the third world in a month. Y'all voted for this, by the way. Yeah. That's beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that nice? I'm so warm with all the collectivism in New York City right now. Isn't that beautiful? Doesn't stop, by the way. Literally doesn't stop. Doesn't even stop. Yep. Yeah. The illegals that voted in this election voted for this, by the way. Did you not hear the news? Yeah, when you import the third world, then you let them vote. And then they do vote. And then they import more of the third world. Yeah, you end up with this. Like, you know, I've been calling New York a shithole for a little bit. This is a shithole. This is the most shithole of all time, by the way. And all the snow is yellow, and I doubt it's only dogs. Oh my, New York looks more like England than it looks like any other state in the entire country. It's honestly terrifying. So anyway, now there's a rat infestation on top of the garbage infestation. All right, welcome to the zip code with the highest taxes in the nation and the highest piles of ice and trash in the nation. What a coincidence. What a coincidence, guys. This, if you want to live here, you have a over 52% tax bracket. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine the smell. Don't have to imagine. I've been to New York before. I'm just imagining now it's just 10 times worse. It's as simple as that. And if you look between the trash piles, you can barely spot Zohran Mamdani's ant. So yeah, this is 1 month into socialism. How's it working, guys? How's it working, guys? 1 month into socialism. I'm sure the illegal immigrants don't mind. All right, bro. We're bringing back the Black Plague in record time. Unbelievable. Now it's not just the garbage that's the problem in New York City. People are noticing something else in New York City. They're not cleaning the snow.
Great fucking job, mamdani. Is that your name? Is that how you say your name? Mamdani? Go suck your mamdani.
Oh my God.
What the fuck is this?
What's going on?
Why the fuck is it 7 days later and niggas still can't fucking park?
Oh my
niggas
God.
Can't drive. Niggas can't do shit
Bro, you know this dude voted for him too.
Where was what trucks was you talking about was cleaning shit? Where were they?
That sucks, man.
This message is from Mayor Mamdani. What the fuck is this? What the fuck? Go.
Oh my God, a liberal white woman. My oh my oh my. Wait until the rapists start showing up. That's even worse than snow.
The other street. Oh, I can't because there's a huge fucking pile of snow and I can't cross the street on either side.
Oh, that sucks.
So shout out to the upper baby, by the way, because this is the only way I'm getting through this. My son is not very comfortable in this. What is this? This is not a path for people to. What if I was in a wheelchair? What is this? The snow was 5 days ago. Figure it the fuck out.
If I had to grade the city on how well they did cleaning up the snow, I'd give them a 0. Should we do a text?
Oh no, is that a liberal white woman complaining about the consequences of their action?
Check. Frozen solid. They cleaned up the snow like it's a small town. You know what I mean? Like it's not like, oh, we're just gonna like leave it here. There's not many people here, you know? Yes. Good job, New York.
Yep.
Bruh.
Come on, it's time. Like, this is ridiculous.
I'm literally loving this so much. Like, I'm sad it's happening on the one hand. On the other hand, dog, 1 month into socialism, how's it working? Bro's literally elected a Muslim mayor on the ticket of importing people that fuck up their own countries. I'm sorry. Nux, you're gonna radicalize me. Yes, that's the plan. That's right. He is importing people that turn their countries into shitholes into our country to turn our country into a shithole. Why are we surprised?
Daughter in the stroller because the sidewalks are still not plowed.
That's so weird.
New York really said this is really all I need.
Yep. There it is.
They say y'all need this much space. And then guess what? It's going to go right back into the snow watch. I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet, y'all.
Oh.
Look. And I'm back into this shit.
Oh, this is cinema, dude.
Oh, God. You know.
For a melting pot, not a lot is melting.
New York has jokes. And you be asking us all the time why we pissed the fuck off. This is why.
No! Dude, that clip is just amazing.
This is why.
All right, so you have the girl in the hijab walks by. You have the dude on the bike slipping on the road. Dude, it's insane. It's crazy. All right, it's all immigrants. The entire city's immigrants. Oh my God, how did this happen? Yeah, very awesome. Anyway, we can keep going. Like, the New Yorkers are revolting against the retard governor. People are really upset about this.
Dirty shit. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. This poor bastard ain't getting out until the spring. Look at this. Dirt. A week after the snowstorm. Look at this.
Oh my God, this is so sad.
I don't know what this guy
Oh, he's cooked. It's over. It's over. He's never driving again. He's never driving again. Oh, it's not just snow.
Garbage everywhere.
What is going on?
Dirty snow. What do you do with this? Where's your shovel now, Mamdani? Look at this. You know how many people break their ankles? Look at this. This is New York.
Bro, that's crazy.
Spreading the news.
They're like calling for help. They're literally calling for help.
And this is on the Upper East Side.
Oh, this is literally Manhattan, bro. Manhattan.
3 minutes from where the mayor lives. Look at this.
Oh, it's over. Bro is squashed between the snowbank and the garbage dump. Oh, it's so over. Bro, what happened, man? This is unbelievable.
Look at this. This guy's never getting.
Look
at this.
Sorry, New Yorkers. Your sacrifice is a sacrifice I am willing to make.
Look at this.
Oh, it's
the
so
reality of New York City. 1 month. Where's the salt?
Bro, people are gonna be like, oh, he's taking that out of context. It's literally entire blocks, bro.
Where's the shovels? Where's the
Bro, these guys said ice out of New York, and God said nope. And God said nope.
Bullshit.
Oh my God.
Look at this. Look at this. This is
oh
great
my
luck for
God,
New York.
dude.
Look at it. This guy's never getting out.
Mount Everest of crap. This is amazing. Guys, it's the warmth of collectivism. For all you know, there's someone living in here too.
His car's destroyed. This poor bastard with his motor scooter.
I'm sorry, man. Nux, why are you laughing at their misery? They voted for misery. Oh, well. Anyway, like, it's beyond parody what's happened to New York in 1 month. Mayor Adams says migrant influx will cost New York $12 billion. All right. Mamdani faults Adams for $12 billion budget gap. Renews calls for tax hikes. You can't make this up. You literally can't make this up. Mayor Adams is like, we have to deport people because we're going to be $12 billion in debt. Mamdani's like, no, we need to import people. Oh my God, we're $12 billion in debt. It's the most unbelievable shit in the universe. Like, this is incredible. Now, you probably thought, wow, this New York segment was the best part of your video. Wow, there's no way you're going to top this. Well, Mamdani's been mayor for 30 days so far. Bus and subway fares are up and service is slower. 13 homeless people froze to death. There have been 15 homicides. Rapes are up 11%. That's so weird. That's so weird. How did that happen? The city faces a $12.6 billion fiscal cliff. Socialism, working as expected. Now, here is the twist. Here's the twist. Turns out, after the Epstein files were released, and no one saw this coming, there is a above 0% chance that Zohran Mamdani is Jeffrey Epstein's son. This is Jeffrey Epstein. This is Zohran Mamdani's mom. And this is Zohran Mamdani. Now, I'm not saying that anything happened. I'm not saying that quite literally Jeffrey Epstein is Zohran's dad or anything. I'm not going that far. I am saying it's pretty weird that we released the Epstein files and it implicated Zohran Mamdani more than Donald Trump. Like, am I the only one that thinks that's a little bit diabolical? Am I the only one that thinks this is a little bit weird? Bro. Now, what if I told you that, like, there, like, you know, I'm not saying that there's, like, a resemblance or anything, but, like, there isn't not a resemblance either. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to say anything here. I'm just saying it's pretty interesting. It is pretty interesting that this happened. I'm just saying. Anyway, moving on. Moving on. This is what's happening in California, the other blue armpit of the United States. This is what they do in California. They just burn shit and attack people. Remember when they said January 6th was an insurrection? Well, this was California over the weekend. Literally, what is happening? How is this in our country? This is straight up insurrection against the government. What are we doing? They found the fraud. It's time to protest. You are, in fact, correct, chat. Wow, how did you know? But before I show you the fraud, I have to show you the funniest thing that happened in California. So, aside from the obvious insurrection that happened, a guy cosplaying as Batman went to a California town hall to talk about ICE.
I don't want you to sit back and watch. I want you to fucking do something. Each and every one of these people who have came up has been very polite, very earnest, very kind, pleading you, begging you to do something. I'm not begging you. I'm fucking demanding.
Whoa. I'm not wearing hockey pads.
Some semblance of a fucking spine. Do something.
Oh my God, he's so brave. Oh my God. I am Ratman. I am Ratman. You answer to me. I'm not wearing a diaper, but I also don't know how to take these pants off. It's honestly incredible. So here we have gay Batman demanding that California does something. Dude, it's like, bro, like there are two genders, but there are infinite mental illnesses, and they're all in California. It's honestly unbelievable. So California is having a bit of a civil war, and I'm not just talking about ICE agents and stuff like that. No. I mean, the actual police of California is fighting against Gavin Newsom right now, the governor of California.
The reality of one armed agency approaching another armed agency to create conflict over something that would be a misdemeanor at best or an infraction, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Chief McDonnell went on to say the state's federal mask
Right?
ban.
So Governor Newsom is trying to push a law that will make ICE agents take their masks off. And he said our police officers will force the ICE agents to take their masks off. So the police all got together and they're like, no, we're definitely not going to be doing that.
Is not a good public policy decision, adding in his opinion it was not well thought out due to the possibility
Oh
of
my God. And then they just accidentally run a compilation of W's. They make it look like they're oppressing them, and it's just fat libtards getting arrested.
Enforcement agencies. The ban on face coverings, known as the No Secret Police Act, was introduced following immigration raids across Southern California that began last summer. The law went into effect on January 1st, but is not being enforced because
it's so weird. Why isn't it being enforced?
The Department of Justice is currently challenging it in court. So far, the judge presiding over that case has indicated that the federal government has a strong argument that this could be discrimination against federal agents, since some California state law enforcement is exempt.
The reality of
Yeah. So this is the funniest shit in the universe. Governor Newsom is like, we're gonna end this entire situation, and then they're like, no, we're not doing that. We're not enforcing this. All right, we're not doing this. And the craziest update is, hello California, I have arrived. Nick Shirley has landed in California. Get ready for the leering centers to be exposed. So it is pretty funny. It is pretty funny that Nick Shirley goes to California and all of a sudden the Californians start insurrecting against the government. Like, it is pretty funny that it's the same. He's like the Grim Reaper. All right. Tim Waltz is stepping down. Let's see what happens next. All right, Nick Shirley, we're praying for you and your success, my guy. Absolute W. Leering centers beware. Okay, the Grim Reaper of leering centers is here. I hope he brought security because these fuckers are mentally ill. So now, anyway, yeah, I never want to hear about leftists talking about January 6th ever again. Quite literally, every time I hear them talk about it, I laugh at this point because January 6th was nothing compared to what they do on like a daily basis. It's honestly insane. Never announce your moves. So he had to announce it because people in California recognized him and doxed him. So at that point, he might as well just announce that he's in California. So he announced that he's in California, and Governor Gavin Newsom is sweating harder than Candace Owens when she's trying to read. It's honestly incredible. Now, here's a pretty interesting update. Fox News announced that there's a certain individual, a California woman, that is going to be working with Nick Shirley. And let's just say this woman has something of a history of exposing libtards.
After what's been exposed with the daycares in Minnesota, I'm a licensed private investigator in California. I started looking into state records and I found ghost daycares. These are places where the state inspectors showed up. There would be 28 kids enrolled and there were no kids there. In the middle of the day.
You mean to tell me that illegal aliens are coming into our country and swindling us of billions under the noses of the federal government? The federal government does nothing about it because they literally get their votes, so they're basically paying them to vote for them? You mean to tell me that this is a widespread issue that multiple separate ethnic groups are doing at the same time and literally no one's doing it? Interesting.
And in the middle of the week.
All right, so a ghost daycare. Is that something Gavin Newsom could say, all right, we'll try to shut that down? Does he cooperate when you start raising this?
No, in fact, today we got word from the governor's office. There's been a directive to actually shut down public access. So right now you can't even search the own state website to look into these ghost daycares. But I have
instead of actually taking down the daycares committing millions of dollars of fraud. All right, this is pretty hilarious. Instead of stopping the daycares from committing fraud, they are passing legislation to hide where your taxpayer dollars goes so that you can't figure out if they're doing fraud. Definitely something an innocent person would do.
Found a workaround.
Okay, well, we don't want to tell the governor that you found a workaround, but it does sound like he's trying to cover his tracks. Like this is a cover-up.
We're talking about billions of dollars in California.
Oh, my.
Today in New York, Kathy Hochul, she said she wants to increase child care subsidies to $4.5 billion. We're talking about the same amount in California, if not even more.
Oh, my. And she is going to be working with everyone's favorite quality leering center graduate over here. And it's going to be insane. Insanity. So I'm very excited for this. This is going to be incredible. Meanwhile, Boston Mayor Michelle Wu says every single human has the legal right to come to the United States. Well, I say that every single human has the legal right to walk into Michelle Wu's house and sleep on her couch. Now, she might disagree, but quite literally, I don't give a fuck of what her opinion is. Now, the thing is, and I noticed this, and I want you to pay attention. Every single person, especially on the Democrat side, that says either abolish ICE or, it's stolen land or no humans illegal or everyone needs to come in, you pay attention, they're all immigrants. They're all immigrants. Literally every single one of them is an immigrant. The people that want to abolish ICE are people that came to this country. All right? They come to the country, and then they abolish immigration laws to bring more people from their countries to our country. It's honestly the most obvious invasion of all time. I don't know how on earth we're doing this. I know there's this one Jewish congressman that's trying to push a law to force people in Congress to only have one citizenship. And to say that you have to renounce all other citizenships if you want to be in Congress. And I don't remember who it is. It's a Florida Jewish congressman that's pushing this. Based as fuck. Absolutely. Randy Fine is doing it. All right. Well, Randy Fine is doing it. It needs to happen. I totally think that you shouldn't have allegiances to foreign countries if you are in the government, in my opinion. Anyway, moving on. Donald Trump tweets, "The theft and fraud in Minnesota is far greater than the $19 billion originally projected. The Biden administration knew this fraud was happening and did absolutely nothing about it. Scammer Ilhan Omar and her absolutely terrible friends from Somalia." It's the freakies from Somalia. Should all be in jail right now or far worse. Send them back to Somalia. How does he do it on every single tweet, man? You know what's worse than jail? Your country. That's insanity, bro. Governor Walz is either the most corrupt governor in official history or the most incompetent. Even a very low IQ person, of which there are many, should have known what was going on in Minnesota. Oh my God, bro. He's like, there's no one like him. He's literally like, there's no one like him. It's crazy. Now, the media won't want to show you this, but this is what the mostly peaceful protest in Minneapolis, Minnesota was all about. Every single car on this block has their windows broken.
Broken to everybody. All these fucking windows.
Right, these aren't ICE agents. These are just random civilians.
Every single fucking window.
So you're going to tell me this isn't terrorism?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, absolute insanity. Like, quite literally, insanity. Wild shit. And they need to go to jail for this. They really do. It's unreal. Now, Ilhan Omar is having a really bad time, right? Her in Minneapolis. It's really not going well for her. She did her whole shtick making believe that she was almost assassinated when someone sprayed water at her. Well, the crazy twist is they're starting to really investigate her for fraud.
Okay, that was far-left Congresswoman Ilhan Omar claiming the Justice Department and Congress probing her sudden skyrocketing wealth to $30 million in just 1 year, that they have a problem with her living the American dream. You heard her say the goddamn United States of America. We've got new questions on where she and her husband got all that money.
Oh, my.
Joining us now, Forbes Media Chair, Editor-in-Chief Steve Forbes. Steve, new information coming in, and Forbes magazine, your magazine, has reported this too, that the state of Delaware and Washington, D.C. canceled the registrations for Omar's husband's investment firm, Rose Lake, for not paying its back taxes. We saw it owed more than $400,000 to Delaware and nearly $1,800 to D.C. She's claiming it's worth $25 million from less than $1,000 a year before. How can his investment firm not afford to pay taxes? It's supposedly worth an estimated $75 million to $150 million. This is really weird stuff.
Yeah.
Well, weird is not the word for it. There's another word for it called crooked. And that's why we have to have an investigation into this. As you know, the Biden administration started examining her finances.
Bro, we're going to start seeing these people going to jail. Can I just say, I see so many people being like, nothing's going to happen, nothing's going to happen. Every single retard that said nothing's going to happen when I said Don Lemon was going to jail, you were all humbled, and you deserve to apologize to me. I was right, you were wrong. Admit it.
And that of her husband, and so surprise, surprise, that investigation went nowhere. But it's amazing how people can go into Congress and then become these entrepreneurial investing geniuses, where they come in, she had under $1,000 of net worth, and her husband didn't have much, and suddenly now they're multimillionaires. Is there a money laundering operation here? And in terms of the firms themselves, they have a sketchy background. That winery in California that she and her husband own.
A winery, eh?
Where did that come from?
Where did that come
wine
from?
There. and nobody can seem
a Muslim owning a winery. Interesting.
Find it. So there's a lot of smelly stuff here, and that's why in the American Dream, her version of the American Dream is the Al Capone version of the American Dream. Tony
oh my!
Soprano version of the American Dream, and that is steal it.
Oh
Steal it
shit!
from the taxpayer.
You mean to tell me that she's a Somali pirate?
And so there's a lot of stuff here. And so when somebody cloaks themselves in the American Dream, and so you have numbers like this from minus 1,000 to 30, 40 million, you know something is not right.
Yeah,
And
she's also like, you know, blaming people, bullying, doing race baiting, race bullying.
Yep.
There's no evidence, public evidence.
I'm so happy that she does it, honestly, because everyone's getting super radicalized. No one wants to hear, oh, you're racist. That's why you're accusing me of fraud. No, no, no. We're accusing you of fraud because you're probably a fraudster. And it's awesome.
There's even a winery. She valued it at $5 million. His investment firm is real. Well, it's supposedly real. Its D.C. headquarters appear to share office space at a WeWork, Steve. There's no track record.
Oh, she has multiple allegedly fake businesses
Of his firm managing money, doing M&A deals. No clients we see, investment deals, or any work it's done. They say they do work in 80 nations operating in. There's no SEC registrations for them as investment advisors.
Oh, my God.
What is going on here? This increasingly looks sketchy, both the winery and his investment firm.
You'll see it's going to happen.
Yeah, the winery may not exist, and the firm may be just really a name only, as you say, a WeWork office. Big deal. So that's why the investigation needs to be done. And suddenly all that 30 million, I think you're going to find, I'll make a speculation and prediction, that 30 million came from sources that are illegal. Period.
Well, this is happening, all right? Everyone will cry, say nothing happened. Look, the wheels of justice turn very slowly, all right? Very slowly. And every single woke judge is going to tell you that you're being racist and you shouldn't investigate her. And people are going to fight through that entire bullshit, but it's going to happen. You'll see. You'll see. It'll happen. You'll see. You'll see. Nothing happened for a year. It took a year to figure all this shit out. You'll see. It's gonna happen. Now, let's not forget, the woke judges are still doing their absolute best to fight. Judge Collar Cottley permanently enjoins President Trump's executive order claiming to impose a citizenship requirement to vote or register to vote. Unbelievable that they are straight up pushing this shit. So, Democrat judge says illegal aliens can vote as long as they check the box saying they are American. Because, quite literally, the woke judges are like, what do you mean? What do you mean that that illegal aliens shouldn't be able to vote? Showing that you have ID, that's insanity. So, Hassan Piker, while he was banned from Twitch for, like, a few hours, he decided to go to a riot talking about how Trump is bad.
What do you think about Democrats saying that we need to abolish ICE? Do you think they should go past abolishing ICE? Is that just like the bare minimum they can do at this point?
Absolutely. I don't want to just abolish ICE. I want to prosecute ICE. I want to punish ICE. And unfortunately...
All right, so the guy that's against state violence wants to use state violence to kill ICE officers that are doing the mandate of the American people. Now, let me say this, because I said it again. Oh my God. Another immigrant from the third world that quite literally wants us to abolish immigration enforcement? Isn't it weird that this keeps happening?
Unfortunately, not enough Democrats are saying any of those things. As a matter of fact, as Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries both flopped on this moment, as expected once again.
Yeah, he's so mad that there are people that don't want to destroy immigration enforcement. That's so weird, with his press sticker like he's in a war zone. Anyway, so here we have Hassan Piker, pro-terror, once again, completely retarded. Let's just abolish immigration enforcement. Pretty cool, huh? Now, he's not the dumbest leftist streamer that I'm going to be showing you today, because Destiny had one of the worst takes in the history of the world. So this is him studying up on Bolshevism.
What is cultural Bolshevism? That's like the first type of like weird neo-Nazi, or not neo-Nazi, I'm sorry, pre-Nazi stuff. No, during the Nazi Party. I'm not gonna be able to give you much detail about it, but I think that Bolshevism was like a rise in like artistic movement in the Weimar Republic, I think.
He thinks that Bolshevism was an artistic movement, guys. The two biggest leftist streamer, one wants to abolish all of immigration enforcement, and the other one thinks that Bolshevism is art. What are we doing? This is the story, okay? This is the story that everyone is doing their absolute best to ignore, all right? These are lots and lots of innocent women raped and murdered by illegal aliens that need to get deported, and everyone's just losing their mind. Now, thank God, ICE announced that after 5 days in Maine, they arrested 206 criminal illegal immigrants, which is a massive W. So, quite literally, not enough deportations are happening, but some are happening. We are seeing net negative migration for the first time in decades.
You have any cups? Yeah. I think there's somebody in the basement.
Somebody in the basement? Oh my God. Everyone needs to get deported. Oh well, that sucks. Oh my God, you're even deporting the abuelas? Fuck yes, we are. That's right. She could have self-deported. She decided not to. She wanted to risk ICE. Sucks for her. That's right. But Nux, where's your humanity? My humanity is with my people. The American people that are working hard every day. And, you know, housing prices are too high and traffic is annoying and waiting rooms are a bitch. And these people all need to go.
I'll tell you when.
Yeah. That's right. So, you know, 206 criminal illegal aliens deported from Maine. Huge W. And Karens are doing their absolute best to fight against the will of our country.
I think someone needs to call 911. They are seriously, like, attacking me. We'll call 911 right now. Yep.
She's getting attacked.
Your location. Call 911. I'm right at the corner of Jefferson. Nope.
I'm telling you, man, leftist women, they quite literally don't believe that actions have consequences.
No, I will not get out of the
Just
car.
obey law enforcement. What are we doing? I'm telling you, these people quite literally do not believe in reality.
No. No.
Just comply. What are we doing?
You guys, I need CEOs here
Get
now.
out of the car.
No, I will not get out of the car. You can't.
There's no way. My actions do not have consequences. I am a narcissist. I believe that I am actually correct, and I make reality.
Get your hands off of me. Get your fucking hands off me. Get your hands off me. I am not doing shit. I am observing.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
This is my constitutional right.
We're calling 911 right now.
I am not. You cannot arrest me. I'm observing. You can't arrest me. I'm observing.
I'm observing by running over ICE agents and assaulting them. I'm observing by throwing bricks at your heads. It's my First Amendment rights to try to kill ICE officers.
You cannot. I am not.
We're taking a video too.
Yeah, that sucks. Throw her in a hole. Put her in the hole. Put the hog in the hole.
Someone call the MP, or someone call the police.
Somebody help them.
Call the police.
That's rough, buddy.
Call the police. Call them now.
Please, call the police.
Call
Please.
them now. Call them now.
We're calling 911. We're calling 911.
Yeah, anyway, so it's unbelievable, bro. I refuse to comply. Yeah, anyway, so the woman that thinks that women could be men also thinks that she's not going to end up complying with law enforcement, whether she likes it or not. So, quite literally, I think this video is a banger. Thanks so much for joining me on this ride. Just wanted to keep you up to date on what's going on in our beautiful, glorious country. God bless America. You know, the last couple of days have been insane with all the Epstein file stuff, and I feel like a lot of stories are being, you know, under the radar. I mean, I feel like Don Lemon going to jail is hilarious. And Zohran Mamdani being in the Epstein files and, you know, New Yorkers losing their shit is incredible. So thanks for being here. I do the deep dive that no one else does, all right? A lot of people cover, like, specific topics. I do it all. I do it all. Definitely subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. When life gives you lemons, put them in jail. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.